Armstrong Weston has gone into the ruck for Hoppers crossing. No sign of skipper at this stage as we get underway for the second half. Hoppers get the clearance, but out on the outer side there for Deer Park is Trent Williams. He's brought to ground, now coming off half-back, riding shotgun one of his teammates, now swinging it onto his right boot was Amarandidis to a pack on centre wing. Burns tackled, got a little kick away, now a little toe poke, a couple of little paddles forward. It's still on the outer side. Hard stuff there from Mark Bullen. Went in, and now Mackenzie finds some space out wide. Oh, gee, it was a tough ask there of Amarandidis. He did not too badly.
The umpire spotted that off the play there. That's
Van Riet sees it over the boundary line.
He paid a free against Spiro for pushing him over there. No, he didn't see it.
I didn't see it.
So
Skipper is on the bench, boys, but that right shoulder is fairly heavily strapped.
Armstrong Weston got the tap down now, but the Lions go forward. Underneath it there is Bloomfield. Couldn't take the mark. Crashing in there is Quick. And I think we'll have a ball up.
So Ryan Houlihan come to the bench with his right hamstring strapped up, so I don't think we'll see any further part of him this afternoon.
I've seen him when he did come off. He came off pretty gingerly too in that first quarter.
Okay, so Rucks go at it. Third man up was Williams, punches it forward, but not to his team's advantage. Then we have Galley wrapped up in a tackle at centre half forward for the Lions, and umpire come in and ball it up.
Got to keep this game open now. Hoppers crossing. They can't afford to fall back into the trap of just playing close football. Spread it out a little bit. So
ball now just still a centre half forward. We get another ball up. Score now 6-4-40 to 5-5-35. 5-point lead to Deer Park. And the scoreboard's
It's reset.
So ball up. Sorry. So Quine McCart, third man jumper there. Balling with the handball. Gives it out to Burns on his right foot. Pumps it inside 50, looking for Bloomfield, who's unable to mark. Warriors clear there through Smith, who hacks it forward down towards the Deer Park interchange. It's picked up by Poland, snaps it back, but an easy mark taken there by Mackenzie.
Mackenzie now goes quickly inboard, finds Bruin. Now forward again, dangerous kick. It might have been chopped off, it has, and it comes to the front now for Weir. Kicks in towards the half-forward flank, but chopped off down there for the Lions. Too easy, and now they've got plenty of space. They've got Akers on the outer side. Kick quickly towards half-forward. Underneath it there was Al Hooley, takes the mark, but a man quickly comes across to man the mark. Trot goes to play on, but now comes inboard. Gee, that was sloppy. Hoppers crossing, dive on the footy. Umpire's going to come in and sort this one out. Another bounce. Left half-forward flank for the Lions. Their lead is 5 points after 3 minutes this third quarter.
Another Hoppers player coming off the ground. I'll pick up quickly who it is, boys, and it's going to look like, I'd say that's a calf. I don't know if it's Bridie there. I'll pick it up for you.
So throw in, it's McCarg who gets the clearance, kicks it right across centre half forward for the Lions. Burns is able to gather, turns around on his left foot, chips it inside 50. Misses a target. Bloomfield dropped one that he maybe could have taken. Now Bloomfield just rips it out of Favola's hands. Handballs to Greenhoff. So he snaps around the corner.
That's a big goal.
And he's got it, Scotty Greenhoff. Great goal there. Out of absolutely nothing there for Deer Park as they get their seventh. It's 7-4-46 to 5-5-35. 11-point lead to the Lions. 3.5 minutes gone, third quarter.
Yeah, it's Nick Weir that's come off, and I said it looked like he was carrying that calf right from the other side of the ground. Really struggled to get off the ground.
Showing the train of that right now.
Yeah. But what a great goal. And exactly what Kev Hilly was talking about moments before. You know, they don't go away. Well, they're not going to go away, Deer Park, but you've got to keep with them. They manufacture something out of nothing. And that, you're right, Willow, too, what you said. He did that, Greenhoff, just out of that conscious there. Just grabbed it, slung it onto the boot, and bang.
Greenhoff tried to swing at it. Armstrong Weston followed up after getting the tap. Sweeps a hand pass out wide. Palmer. Quick hand pass back, and now a long ball towards centre half forward, flying over the top. There was Van Riet. Couldn't get a fist on it. Now out the back. Summers. Hand pass out wide, and now Hoppers crossing. Affect the switch, the turnover. Out the back to Fletcher. Hand pass inboard. And now it's Kitchen. Sells some candy to Bullen, who fell for it. And now the kick beautifully.
Well done, right, Kitchen there.
There was some clever stuff out on the outer side. And a great lead out of the goal square. And again, as we've seen a couple of times, the opportunity.
He's put on some weight, put on some kilos and some strength, this young fella, in the off-season.
He's another they can rotate through that ruck position. Appleby now. About 40 out. It's a beauty. Important goal there for Hoppers Crossing. It's back to 5 points again, and it was important that they didn't let the Lions skip away. A goal apiece to start the third term.
Yeah, great job, Ryan Kitchen. Moments before that, wasn't a boys. He sold the candy, got around his opponent, but drilling that ball in, and that's what it was. Drilled it right into the hands of Appleby on a good, strong lead. Well done. They're really, really up and about at the moment, the Hoppers Crossing boys. The confidence is outstanding. Deer Park made those changes. Timmy Quick's gone forward. They're really struggling inside their 50, forward 50.
So ball back in the middle now. Amarantidis paddles it forward, gets their handball, finds Bruin running through. He's tackled as he kicks, the ball goes inside 50. Quick, he's gone forward now, fumbled. Bloomfield at the bottom of the attack. He's almost wrapped up, but it's Amarantidis. He stumbles as he falls inside 50. Handballs to Bruin. Goes back to Williams. He kicks it around the corner. Mark dropped there by Bentley as he gets the ball away to Miles, who switches. And the Palmer takes the mark as the Warriors are able to clear the defensive 50. Handballs over the top. Gets it back, Palmer. Now chips inside looking for Bentley. No, sorry. Finds Fletcher. Fletcher right at centre half back, goes out wide. Skipper's back on. He snuck back on there, Skipper, but he can only go with it with his left hand. He wasn't able to stretch with that right, and they've turned it over, but a good intercept mark there by Galley at left half back for the Warriors. Handballs inboard to Fletcher. Now goes long, bit of a sideways kick, and it gave Van Reek time to come across and spoil right just 20 metres around from the Deer Park bench.
Straight back off Wade Skipper. He's no good. That shoulder is no good.
No, he can't move his right arm.
Yep.
Thrown back into play. Up they go. Tap down was Armstrong Weston. Straight into a pile of players, and it'll be balled up again.
And that's going to hurt him with rotations, and it's going to make Weston and Appleby work a bit harder.
Yeah, well, there's also, as we mentioned, with the coming off with that calf injury too.
Weir
doesn't look like he'll take any part in the game either.
Another secondary bounce. Umpire throws it up, fisted forward to the advantage of Deer Park, but mopping up out the back there was Kitchen. He's had a few good minutes here. Short pass now, finds Smith inside the 50, and beautifully weighted kick out in front there.
Matthew Turner with the mark.
Flank. Right half forward flank, and this will put Hoppers Crossing in front if he can slot it from outside the arc. It's a big looking kick, but it's falling to the right, and it hasn't registered a score, I don't believe.
He's missed a lot.
Geez, they've got their tails up at the moment, Deer Park. Hoppers Crossing.
Key now is to take advantage of this little purple patch that they've got. 7:4:46 Deer Park. Hoppers Crossing 6:5:41. 8 minutes gone third term. It's the closest they've been for some time. The ball finally retrieved from the crowd now and tucked against that right-hand goalpost. Kick out wide to the space. Pursuing it there is Summers. Can he get his hands on it? No, he can't.
Carg, I think it was, mate.
Carg.
Yep.
My mistake.
Bit of a push and shove going back on in the centre. Frustration, I think, starting to set in with a few of the Deer Park players here.
Throw in. Williams does the ruck for Deer Park, unable to win the Armstrong Weston. Gets it. It's a scrubbing kick inside 50, and it goes across the face of goal. The quick snap there is marked on the line, I think. It is.
Yep. Defensive
by
mark.
Crawford. He chips it. Just a short one to Burns.
Umpire having a bit of a word to Murphy Watt.
So Burns slowing it down. He's deep in Hoppers Crossing's attacking 50. Little chip across the face. Pretty dangerous kick, but Red King was able to take the mark. He now switches out to Van Reet. He's had space all afternoon today. Chips it down the line, looking for Summers. Couldn't hit the target cleanly. And he's caught high. It's caught high, Summers, and he'll get the free kick. Lucky break there for the Lions as they...
Gee, that's a harsh interpretation, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is such a fine line. You know, I feel sorry for umpires to even have to pull a free kick out of that situation, that free kick.
So Summers goes long down the lines, big pack flies, and the ball goes out of bounds right in between the two benches here at John McLean Reserve. Nearly 10 minutes gone, it's a 5-point lead to Deer Park.
Tim Quick not happy. He let up, wasn't offered. Now it's thrown in, out the back. Greenhoff got his hands on it, got a quick hand pass out. McCarg pounced on it, broke a couple of tackles, now shimmies one forward into the open space, running onto it, and now Favola receives the hand pass but couldn't pick it up, and they work it out well. Ferrari did well. The hand pass wasn't great though. Now Greenhoff again, and now the kick in towards the pocket. Oh, trying his best to keep it in there for the Lions was Dylan Kane, but he did not, and it's over the boundary line. It'll be tossed back into play. They had a few chances there to find an avenue for goal. It just didn't quite work out for them. Umpire throws the ball back into play. Greenhoff, front position, flicked it over his back. Now the hand pass out into space. Galley though, and now Kitchen again as Hoppers crossing weave their way through traffic. Out the back, finds Miles. Quick hand pass over the top to Watt. Inboard now. Kick high up and under. Out to the advantage though of his teammate, but there were three against him. It's fisted over the back, and now the Lions look to clear it out. Great tackle there from the Hoppers crossing attacker, but the Lions are able to work it out, and the kick out in front, and beautifully finding Bruin, who takes the mark, and he quickly moves the ball on and to the advantage now. Oh, might have been a push in the back. Umpire call play on. Out the back now, right half back, left half back I should say, for the Warriors. It ends up now with Armstrong Weston. Quick kick over the top, falls just short of his teammate, paddles it back out, and this time now it's Brighty pouncing on the footy. Great tackle there. Body's flying in there, and it kicks towards half forward.
So the kick goes inside 50. Mead crumbs it, has a kick, it's gone as high. He's pulled it left for one behind. Nearly 12 minutes gone, second quarter, 7-4-46 Deer Park. Hoppers crossing 6-7-43, a 3-point lead to Deer Park. As they bring the ball back in, it's UR, finds Van Reed on the outer side. He's off, clearing the defensive 50, goes long down the line to centre wing. They're looking for Foley, he's unable to take the mark. The Foley's able to, good second effort there by the big fella. Scrambles out a handball, it's pushed forward by the Lions. Quick picks up, comes back inboard. Another quick handball there, ends up with Burns, who goes inside 50. Looking for Favola, deep in the left forward pocket. Fev gathers, snaps around the body, pulled it short for a behind. 3-1 to Favola. It's 12 and a half minutes gone. It's a 4-point lead to Deer Park.
5 points the difference, 47-43. 13 minutes played.
Just stood his ground. The body work's still good for Fev. The body mightn't do what the mind says, but he knows where to place that body still spot on.
It's a big kick out there, flying up there, but couldn't take it, but over the back, and this is dangerous now. Matthew Young got a kick inside the 50, but it was to no avail, only as far as Adam Al-Houli, whose kick across wasn't that great either. Van Wright couldn't gather it, and now the kick towards full forward, and it just skips through for a minor score. And they're pressing hard, the Warriors here. 4 points the difference.
Just winning plenty of the football still here. The Hoppers crossing team, the Warriors.
So Van Reet with the kicking duties. Looking for options. Plays on now from the kicking himself. Getting well harassed by me, but he's able to get away with a good shepherd. Van Reet goes long, outside defensive 50, Kitchen spoils. It's roved there by McCarg, who's wrapped up. He manages to get a handball out to Aramantidis. He finds Bruin. Bruin goes back onto his right foot and finds Bloomfield right in between the two interchange benches on the broadcast side of the ground. Chips it short to Quick. He's looking for more options down long, so now he goes long down the line in the Favola direction, but it's McCarg who just floats it in front and quickly plays on, chips it over looking for Favola, who takes the mark, quickly plays on and runs in and kicks the second easiest goal he's kicked today. As Fev's got now, he's got 4. He's got 4-1 today, Brendan Favola. The score now is 8-5-53 to 6 67-43. Lead back out to 10 points as we're midway through the third quarter.
Yeah, great work by Fev there. Also by Kwame McCarg. Just the smarts. Once again, Fev knew where he wanted to be. As soon as the ball come into that deep park forward 50, he went to the contest, just dropped 5 metres off, let McCarg go for it. And McCarg got it and knew that Fev was running back into the goal and just chipped it over. Good football.
Up they go again. Foley got a kick forward for the Lions, but was chopped off there at half forward. And the Warriors can reload. Offering an option out there was Brent Turner. He found some space and then hit the ground running. Kick towards half forward. Not really to the advantage of Poland, but it works out for them in the end. The little kick inboard. And now the kick out on the lead. Oh, good. To no advantage at all for any of their teammates there, the Warriors. And now working it out there, Adam Al-Huli, the big fella. Foley finds himself into some space in the centre circles, just the back edge of the centre circles. His side leads by 10 points. Midway through the third quarter, goes out wide. Burns, hard running by Burns. Now looks out, and Joel O'Donnell, haven't called his name many times today, kicks inside 50, looking for quick, dropped the mark, but gathered his own crumb and now sets it up to the top of the square for Vola with the sit. Can he take the mark? Yes! With the second juggle, he hangs onto it, and this could prove decisive for Deer Park. And he should go back and kick his 5th for the day, and it'll get that margin out to close to 3 goals again.
Yeah, you can't take your foot off the pedal against this mob, against Deer Park.
5 for Favola midway through the third quarter. 9-5-59 the Lions, 6-7-43 the Warriors, and that was important.
Well done to Timmy Quick too, the swing man, fullback last year. All last year, he likes to go forward, but just his ability then, the mobility that he had to get the ball.
Yeah, broke the tackle,
got around, popped that ball up for Favola, the one-on-one against Ferrari.
Brilliant.
Good work.
Second effort, so important.
Great game of football this, but that margin then, there's just that little bit of breathing space now for Deer Park that Hoppers have to match up. They have to kick some goals. They've wasted a few more opportunities in this third quarter. Hoppers crossing.
The 16 points the margin favour of Deer Park. Armstrong Weston with the hit out. Gets it down to Bridie, gets the clearance, goes out wide. Ball's in dispute there. That's well picked up there by Turner. He gets the handball away, ends up with Young. He kicks it now, looking inside 50, looking for Mead, who flew way too early, and Al-Huli takes the mark. Uncontested.
Plays a bit of a free kick too.
He does, Jordy, but I think he might have actually caught. He ran into Al-Huli's forearm then.
Perhaps poked in the eye. Who knows?
So the ball's been switched, ends up with Williams, who now chips into the middle, back to Al-Huli, who marks about 20 metres out from his defending goal. Al-Huli goes long now, looking for McCarg.
Great mark.
Beautifully marked there by Turner. Out-pointed McCarg, chips it inboard now. Centering kick there, taken by Smith. He now looks inside 50. And he finds Mead, who almost was able to take the mark. He tried to kick it off the ground, unable to do so. Ball's cleared it's cleared by Aramatidi. He takes the mark at half-back.
They need another option up forward. Hoppers crossing. They're relying too much on Mead at the moment. Appleby only with one. They need to throw something different.
And Miranditas goes backwards to Foley, who finds a spare man at right half back, and he's going to go back to Foley, it looks. Questionable kick. Mead again involved, but they were able to clear the danger zone out wide to a contest, diving forward but not quite being able to take the mark for Deer Park, and the umpire will come in and ball it up. We're on the far side of the ground. 18, nearly 19 minutes gone now.
Well done to Jason Kennedy there too. Cool head, smart football.
Burns did well to clear the pack. Kick towards the boundary line. Marking it, yes. Right on the line, I think.
It's Kane's on the mark there.
Dylan Cade.
He's put it on the full now.
Yeah.
Free kick going to Bentley at right half back for the Warriors. Bentley goes long down the line, outer side. Oh, good mark over the back there by Smith for the Hoppers crossing. He's short of options now. He's been held up. He goes another long ball down the line. and the ball clears the pack and it bounces out of bounds for a throw in. Just inside 450 for Hoppers Crossing. They kick towards the Ballarat Road end of the ground. 16-point lead for the Lions, 20 minutes gone, third quarter. So ball's back into play now. Greenhoff with the hit out. Packer plays there. It's hacked out of there by a Deer Park player. Goes up about 20 metres and travels about 5. The Kitchen falls in his hand. He's able to get onto his right boot and have a shot at goal. But it's marked there by Kennedy just near the right point post for Hoppers Crossing.
Kennedy's been good today. That came off the side of the boot though. Might have worked out not too badly for Williams, who tracked it towards the boundary, but Kitchen involved again. And now out wide, Turner. That's Brent. He's tackled. And the umpire will ball it up. Tomsey of Hoppers Crossing potentially missed a chance, a big chance early in this quarter to really, get back into the game. They had a chance to hit the front and they couldn't do it, and now they find themselves almost 3 goals behind.
They should have had a couple more on the board, that's for sure.
We have another stalemate, just 4 to the wing for Hoppers Crossing.
They had the momentum going, didn't they? At the start of this third quarter, 10 minutes of this third quarter, all of a sudden they just stopped again. They're playing this stop-start football.
Greenhoff with the tap, straight to the boundary line, and it'll be tossed back into play. Just ticked into time on in the third quarter. They go again. Greenhoff front position, tried to gather it with both hands, couldn't. Falls to the front of the pack. Young had it. Pack forms, finds a bit of space now. Oh, diving in there. Greenhoff again was brought to ground, and I think the umpire's going to ball this one up again, surely, and he does. Just a couple of stalemates there now.
Must be suiting Deer Park, these stoppages now.
Certainly. Out the back. Young again it was. Now the kick towards full forward. Dangerous kick, but floating back there. Oh. Gee, that could be 50 metres, is it? No?
Should be.
Should be.
It is.
Right.
Yeah. I think it was knocked out of his hands. And that relieves a bit of pressure for the Lions, who lead by 16 points. 22 minutes gone in the third term.
Just once again, going forward, deep in their forward 50 here. Hoppers Crossing, another opportunity gone begging. And the great, a very strong defence of Deer Park today have held up firm again. El Hooley this time.
El Hooley went out wide. Now left half back, the Lions. Just not much on offer. So again, and they've done this a couple of times today, they affect the switch. El Hooley presented well, and now Van Reet, who would be, he's had plenty of the footy today. Presenting up there was Amarandidis, but he wasn't on it. Now it's back across to El Hooley. And they've gone back and forth a couple of times. Now to the far side of the ground in front of the scoreboard. Left half back flank. But now they look to find some space on the burst out there and gathering it. I think it was Rhett King. Find some space, but it was a poor kick. Gee, that Hoppers Crossing defender should have taken that mark. And now it allows the Lions to have another go. And they force a squared contest in the left forward pocket. It'll be thrown back into play.
So throw in about 70 metres out from the Deer Park goal. Greenhoff gets the hit out. Follows up his own work, was unable to take possession. Ryan for Hoppers almost had it. It's hacked out there by Hoppers. And the mark's taken there by McKenzie, who marks. Now he's on his left foot, comes back in, looking inside 50, looking for Favola. He had a crack at it, but he follows up his work. Tried to throw it on his boot, but is unable to. Armstrong Weston now clears for the Warriors. He kicks it long out towards left half forward.
Right.
That's out. Hooley swoops on it, sort of threw it to Van Reet. I don't know why that wasn't paid a throw. He got really scooped under that one. Van Reet's got it. Handball's back to Williams. He gives it back to our Hooley, who chips it to Bruin, who's off now. Right foot, short ball.
Beautiful.
Hits the coach. Bruin, who dropped the mark. He's able to gather, shrug a tackle. Now he kicks inside 50, looking for Favola. And the ball spills out the back. It's falling into Fevs' hand. Now he's had a snap. It's bouncing, but it's touched and punched through on the line there by Brent Turner, saving the day. 24 minutes gone. It's now an 18-point lead to the Lions. 9-7-61 to 6-7-43.
He's been good from today, Brent Turner, for Hoppers Crossing.
Short pass in now was very dangerous, and this could be costly. And running in from about 20 metres out, it's another one. Bloomfield got the job done, and that was just fatal. A poor decision on the kick in. It overshot the defender. and as easy as you like. 10-6, 66 the Lions, 6-7, 43. Hoppers Crossing, they may just have broken the resistance, Tom.
Costly, you know, kickings like that are turned over, resulting in a goal. It demoralises you as a player. You know, you've worked so hard. You know, you force the behind to come through, and then there's a turnover. Easy goal to Deer Park. Hoppers Crossing really need to stand up in the next 5 minutes of this third quarter.
Greenhoff got it down. McHarg had it. Now the kick goes forward. Looking for that man, Bloomfield, again, who just kicked a goal. Sweeps a hand pass back to Greenhoff. And now looking for his teammate. The goal towards full forward. Favola tried to take it with the 1 mitt, but it hit the behind post, and we'll have a throw in.
Should have grabbed that. Well done, Red King. Good setup again. Greenhoff been involved with everything today. Red King coming through. Good stuff.
Had some good moments today, King.
He missed most of last year, didn't he, Thomas?
He missed all.
Broken leg, wasn't it?
Yes, ankle, leg. Yeah. So great to see him back playing football.
Throw in. Favola doing the ruck work now, and the kick comes out for Hoppers Crossing, and it's probably going to find the boundary line. Yes, it does. Shannon Burns just escorts it over right in front of our commentary position. After 26 minutes of the third term, it's the Lions by 23 points. They throw the ball back in again. Foley doing the ruck work for the Lions. Comes out the back. McHarg. Now the hand pass out wide. Slinging shot there to the top of the square. Favola couldn't quite gather it. Follows up. Throws it onto the boot. And it's just missed to the left-hand side. Gee, that would have brought the house down. This crowd is quite lively, and there's plenty of fans out here today, as Kevin mentioned earlier. And that margin now is an even 4 goals. 10-7 to 6-7.
I was going to say, look, Fev, the body's just not there to do those acrobatical kicks anymore, but I tell you what, he's having a go at it, and that nearly come off then. That would have been sensational. He knows he wants to do it, he knows how to do them, it's just that body just doesn't twist as much.
Fletcher right down the guts for the Warriors on the stroke of three-quarter time. Almost a 27-minute term, and it was one that was won in the third term, the back end of that quarter anyway, by Deer Park. They absorbed plenty of pressure from Hoppers Crossing, who perhaps could have had the lead, but they weren't able to capitalise. And at three-quarter time, it is the Lions 10-7, 67. They've made the job difficult going into the final. Generally had a bit of the ascendancy, so I wouldn't count out Hoppers Crossing just yet, but they're going to need to make the most of their opportunities. They're down by 4 goals. Greenhoff, though, got the tap down. Oh, gee, strong tackle straight out of the blocks, and we'll have a secondary bounce. They go at it again. Greenhoff again got the tap. Smother, though, and now they're trying to work it forward. Hoppers Crossing towards half forward. Chasing it there is Mackenzie for the Lions. He couldn't get to it. He's out of play.
For all their dominance early in that third quarter, Hoppers Crossing only managed to get 1 goal that quarter.
Yeah, that could come back to bite them on the backside, there's no doubt. I just wonder where the goals are going to come from, Hoppers. They haven't been able to produce a consistent goal kicker up forward.
Rucks go at it. Tap back towards the boundary line. Hand pass flicked out. Greenhoff gathered. Now out wide, and then running beautifully across the back half there was McHarg, I think, and he spotted up his teammate there in Bruin, who marked just backwards of centre wing, and now he finds Ewer on centre wing. Kicks in towards half forward. Over the back there. Getting his hands on the footy was Bloomfield. Kicked an important goal in the third quarter. Roosts one towards Favola, who got up but couldn't quite bring down the mark. Does his own crumbing. Wheels onto the right foot. Can he kick the goal? He might have. Yes, he has. That was a brilliant kick from Brendan Favola. And, wow, not the start that Hoppers Crossing were after. There wasn't much of a, fans didn't have much to say about that down there, so we weren't sure if it was a goal, but he found the major opening, and it's a 30-point lead now for the Lions.
And also what he's done, he's got his knee into the back of young Ferrari there too, and he's very sore back there, so they can't afford another injury at the moment. Hoppers Crossing, Fev just says a little bit of a sorry about that, but another goal to Favola, 6 goals to him. But another, more importantly, a goal to Deer Park.
All right, let's see, just around the grounds quickly. Parkside 8-9-57, Trail Sunny Heights 10-8-68, and Manor Lakes 12-9-81 lead West Footscray 7-8-50.
The ball's out in front of the Deer Park bench, but it's cleared here by the Warriors.
Whistle.
He's run out of bounds, and we're going to throw in. 2.5 minutes gone, final quarter, 30-point lead to Deer Park. Fevers kicked 6 in his first game for the club. As the ball finally gets back to the umpire, we'll have the throw in.
So I mentioned just Hoppers Crossing, they need to produce someone from left field and very quickly to kick goals if they're going to get back into this game to start with now.
Greenhoff with the tap, down to Aramatidis, he couldn't take it. The Warriors hack it forward. It's spoiled over the back there by Ewer. Now Watt runs onto it, gives their handball to Miles, who's turned around, but he's given up the handball. Turnover. Ends up with Aramatidis. Now to Ewer, who tries to get back on his right foot, but he's tackled beautifully there by Palmer. He's won the free kick right in the centre of John McLeod reserve.
And they'll need to move it quickly here, the Warriors, and they do, out wide. Kitchen it might be. Ball in hand. We've called his name plenty of times. Pumps it long as a beautiful kick. And it was weighted perfectly for Murphy Watt, who took the mark in the left forward pocket. There were about 3 defenders around him, but he just was in the perfect position to take that mark, and it was virtually uncontested. And this one must be a goal if they are a chance.
Definitely. He has to kick this one. Has to kick it, and 10 of his teammates have to get around. They have to rally again here, Hoppers Crossing.
Watt from the left forward pocket, he looks to have tugged that one. And is that not even registered? Poor kick. 30 points remains the margin.
You know, this has killed Hoppers a little bit today, their ability to be kicking goals when they've got it forward.
Van Reet just takes his time. Gets the shepherd from his teammate and roosts one towards half-back. Gets over the back. Kitchen slaps it back over his head towards his attacking 50, but it's going to be run out of bounds, I think, there by Bruin for the Lions. So we'll have a restart.
So 30 points to the margin, 4.5 minutes gone, final quarter. Ball's on the centre wing, out of side. Throw in comes in now. Greenhoff and Armstrong Western, but it's McCarg. He gets the hit out, down to King. Chips it inboard, finds Williams, who marks uncontested in the centre of John McLeod reserve. Handball to King, who ran on beautifully. Now pumps it long inside 50, looking for Favola. And he takes it one-handed. He juggled it with his right hand, but he was too big and too strong for Ferrari, and he'll go back and kick from about 45 metres out, slight angle, and he'll go back for his 7th goal and take the margin to 36 points.
They're quite amazing, these blokes, ex-AFL footballers that have been at a very good quality. Just like getting back on a bike, isn't it? I know he's played a couple of games this season already, played up Yarrawonga the last few, but gee, they just read the play so well. They know what to do. So
Favola comes in and he split the middle, 7 for Fev in his Deer Park debut, and that takes the margin out to 36 points, 12-7-79 to 6-7-43. 5.5 minutes gone, final quarter.
You know, look, at the end, it's kicked 7 so far. Whether he's a difference between Deer Park winning this game, which they look like they're well on their way of doing now, or not, but he's been the consistent goal kicker. The only multiple goal kicker for Hoppers Crossing is Geordie Mead. They just haven't had anything up forward. Hoppers Crossing today, they've had it inside their 50 quite a few times, but when they've gone forward, Favola's been that target to kick to for Deer Park.
2 early goals now, and the margin has ballooned to 36, and we'll have a secondary bounce in the middle of the ground.
Skipper coming off the ground too has left a big hole for Hoppers Crossing.
Wow, Greenhoff just thumped it forward about 30 metres, but it's cleaned up at the back there for Hoppers Crossing. The kick wasn't great, but it worked out not too badly. Adam Poland onto it, got a hand pass out towards Ryan, the captain, and they're trying as hard as they might to get the ball forward. They can't, and there's been a whistle. It's going to be a free kick. It's going to go their way. McCarg pounced on the footy for the Lions, but he was caught holding the ball, and he's a bit ginger down there on his haunches.
Yep.
Kick towards the right half forward flank. Oh, flying over the top there brilliantly was Murphy Watt, but he couldn't hang on to it, and mopping up out the back there is Kennedy. Kicks out towards Mark Bullen for the Lions. He's got a scrap for the footy. Diving in there is Jordan Mead. for the Warriors, and I think we're going to have a ball up.
I don't no, there's no punny. I don't know what thought he was sort of doing there. He just jumped, he got up super high, but he was nowhere near the ball.
Would have been a good mark, though, if he
would
could
have been a
plucked
ripper if
it.
he got within another 2 metres of the ball.
Yeah.
So the ball with the Warriors now. They pump it inside 50, looking for Watt, but it's Kennedy who takes the mark after Van Reet just took his Watt out of the play.
This back line today of Deer Park in Kennedy, Van Reet, Al Hurley, McKenzie, they have been sensational.
Solid.
So it's Van Reet who now pumps it long looking for Williams. Can't take the mark, but he's able to follow up. Handball's inboard. It's a poor handball. Goes to Armstrong Weston, who chips it looking for Poland. Marks uncontested at right half forward for the Warriors, just in front of the caravan here at John McLeod Reserve.
Sense of urgency with the Warriors as they go forward. It's not a bad looking kick, but floating in from the side there was Joel O'Donnell, and he probably saved a shot at goal there. That was well done. Kicked it out wide. Shannon Byrne finds some space, and now he kicks towards half forward, looking for Quick. Can't quite get there. Shoved out of the way by his opponent. Follows up, but now Hopper's crossing.
Free kick.
There's been a whistle. Advantage paid. It's going the Warriors' way, and they can come forward. Jordan Mead just pushing up the ground, takes the mark. Now kicks towards the forward 50. Armstrong Weston takes the mark. He just one kick and a half from goal. Slings one into the pocket. Not too bad, just wide of his teammate Murphy Watt. Couldn't quite get his fingertips to it, and it's out of bounds in the left forward pocket. 9 minutes gone just about. It's a 36-point margin, and the Warriors need 7 goals to hit the front. They've kicked 6 to this point, so it's a tough ask. Flying up there was Turner, and now trying to clear it out there. I think it was McKenzie. Got a quick hand pass away, throwing it on the boot there for the Warriors to no avail, and now Byrne gets his hands on the footy. Burns it was. Now Bullen in the middle of the ground, lost it, thrown onto the boot there was Palmer, and floating back beautifully and taking a strong mark there, Scott Greenhoff, who's been pretty good in the ruck today.
Greenhoff sends it out wide, looking for Foley. Takes a good strong mark on the outer wing. He chips it with his left boot. Looks for King, who marks right about midway on the wing, outer side. As King now goes long, looking for Favola. He's done it again. Another one-hander.
So good one-on-one, isn't he?
He's taking the mark about 50 out on a tight angle.
I reckon he'll have a shot.
Oh, I reckon he will.
Of course he'll have a shot.
I guarantee you'll kick it too, Scott. Where are you, Kev?
Mark Bullen went straight to the bench there. He came down just before and looked to just tweak the back of his right knee.
Geez, they've had a couple of few injuries both sides today.
Yeah, they have, haven't they?
So Fev coming in as he walks past the scoreboard here at John McLeod Reserve. And he kicks it now. Looking good. Goal umpire does not move. And he's put his 8 through, straight through the middle from about 60 out. So it's 13-7, 85. Deer Park to Hoppers Crossing, 6-7, 43. A 42-point lead now. 10.5 minutes gone, final quarter.
Yeah, always been, as we've seen at the other level of football, AFL, that he was a beautiful kick of the ball. Brendan Favola, and that was a magnificent shot. So 8 goals, more than done his job. Got to be happy with that, I suppose.
Kicked the last 3 for the Lions.
And Deer Park have kicked the last 6. Greenhoff flew high, got the tap down. Great clearance there. Might have been McGarr. Paddling it out wide there. Hoppers Crossing as they try, as they might, to clear the defensive zone. They're on centre wing. Kitchens there, just sort of loitering on the outside of the pack. Shrugging the tackle beautifully there was Palmer. Now the kick forward. Floating across beautifully, but he couldn't quite take the mark. Perhaps heard a voice from his teammate. Charging in there is Van Reet. Couldn't affect the contest. And now Greenhoff. Kick now forward.
Timmy Quick, well done.
Amarantidis was really well done. Quick took the mark and now kicked in towards the forward 50. Amarantidis is riding shotgun to Foley. Pursuing it to the boundary is Fev. Can he screw another one around the corner? Yes. No way. What a goal by Brendan Favola. And they just kept the ball alive, and then Fev did the rest. He's got 9. And the margin all of a sudden is out to 48 points.
Have a look at the crowd behind the goals, boys.
Yeah.
It was the last time we saw that.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen it apart from grand final day. Metropolitan football. We've never seen it here at Deer Park anyway. The thing is, young Ferrari has done a good job today, but it is a Brendan Fowler show now. The last 2 goals that he's kicked have absolutely been awesome. You can't see that anywhere else in local football.
Greenoff wins the tap, gives it to Burns, who handballs to Bruin. He kicks now inside 50, looking for McCarg, but it clears the back of the pack. Hoppers gather, handball, not a convincing handball, so King swoops on it. On his wrong side, it's a poor kick, and I think that's out of bounds on the full.
Off the side of the boot.
Yeah, so Hoppers with the free kick now in the left back pocket. No options really, is there?
No, they've shut up shop a bit here, Hoppers crossing, which is a bit disappointing. They just seem to have lost that confidence about 15-minute mark of that third quarter, and they just haven't been able to find it.
So Appleby with a mark, now chips it down the wing to finds Kitchen. He's held up as well. Another little short chip to Mead. He's able to play on now. Mead's, good chase there by Van Reet, really held him up. Mead trying to sell some candy, but Van Reet doesn't bite, and he's got to go back to Kitchen, who has a bounce now, kicks inside 50, and it's marks taken there by Kennedy, uncontested for the Lions, who now switches, looking for Al Hooley.
We've heard these names plenty of times, Al Hooley.
Haven't we?
McKenzie now could switch it back to Kennedy if he wants. He does now. Van Reet's next in the chain, but he won't get it this time. So Kennedy goes up the middle.
Beautiful
finds
kick.
King. Superb kick there at centre half back. Handballs to Burns running through the centre. Burns now gets steadies on his left foot, goes long inside 50, looking for Favola, who flew early, unable to really get a hand to it. McCarg follows up, and he's well tackled again. It's Ferrari paddling it forward. Picked up now by Armstrong Western. Handballs to Bridie. Handballs back inside to Miles. He now chips it, looking for Watt.
Watt takes the mark just 4 to the centre circles. Kick and a half from goal. They call for it. He goes long into the left forward pocket. It's a beautiful looking kick. Van Reet closes. Oh, but he didn't quite do enough.
Got a Mead.
And a beautiful mark by Mead, floating back under immense pressure from Van Reet.
That was really good by Geordie Mead there. It was under a lot of pressure, none so more physical from Van Reet there. It made him earn that, but held his ground, and good strong grab.
He deserves a goal. He's kicked 2 this afternoon. Jordan Mead been a focal point down there, but perhaps just lacking a little bit of height. Strolls in, and that's a bit of a... that's awful.
Yes,
that is just
Shocker.
sneaks in for a behind, but that was not a good kick. 6-8-44 Hoppers crossing. Deer Park 14-7-91. 15 and a half minutes have surpassed in this final term. The margin is 47 points.
Al Hooley does the kick in after playing on, goes long straight down the middle of McLeod Reserve. Armstrong Western fumbles, but the ball's with the Warriors still. King hard at it. This farms out a handball, but to no one in particular. It's picked up by Turner, who goes down on his left foot and finds Appleby on the outer wing. Handballs over the top now to Miles, who chips it inside to Watt, who's unable to take the mark. Poor bit of play there by the Warriors, and now it's cleared by the Lions as Hooley's run down beautifully. Armstrong Western with the handball, and the string of handballs now. The ball's out wide, and the kick now inside 50 is taken there by Matthew Turner from about, gives the handball off quickly. Didn't have time to have a shot, and the ball's gone to the right forward pocket. Still in now. Bridie balks
Great goal.
Kennedy with a banana from the boundary line. Beautiful goal there to David Bridie. His first for the afternoon. It's the first goal of the final quarter for Hoppers Crossing, and their second of the second half. Scores now 14-7-91. Deer Park to 7-8-50. A 41-point lead.
First goal
16
for
and
some
a
time.
half minutes gone, final quarter.
Was that Pep?
First goal for some time.
Yeah.
Hoppers Crossing.
5-minute mark of the second quarter is the last goal.
Wow.
Yeah, that's just shows that they had all that momentum into that third quarter, didn't they? But they just weren't able to capitalise, and Deer Park take full advantage of that.
Armstrong Western and Foley go at it. Armstrong Western got the tap forward, but pursuing it beautifully out the back there was Amarandidis. Couldn't quite get a clearing hand pass, and now the kick comes forward again. Watt's there. Now the hand pass back. Can Bridie go back-to-back goals? No, he tugged it to the left, and it just misses.
He miskicked that. He dropped the ball actually onto his boot. So he probably had a little bit more time than what he thought he did then.
Well, they've
taken another 1 or 2 steps.
Again, they've looked a little bit better the last 5 minutes, but the contest is over, so something to take from it at least, that they've put the effort in. That kick's got too much on it for Shaden Bloomfield, just forward of the wing. Attacking side for the Lions. Out of play, it'll be tossed back in.
You know, the other one down there, Crawford, today, their back line has been absolutely sensational, Deer Park.
Thrown back in. Front of the pack there was Miles. We heard a whistle. It's going to go the way of Greenhoff. Short pass. Wasn't his best effort, but swinging onto his right foot there is Amarandidis. And can he find the goals? It just drifts left. Gee, that would have been something. 14:8.92, Deer Park, 7:9.51, Hoppers Crossing. We've gone 18 minutes of the final quarter.
I see McCarg coming off the ground too, limping a little bit here. So another injury to Deer Park.
Brought back into play on the right half-back flank. Bullen now for the Lions. Sees it out of bounds.
So a free kick paid here. It's gone to Hoppers Crossing. Not sure what that one was for. The Hoppers player chips it now. Marks plays on now, trying to clear defensive 50. It's a poor kick, but it came off luckily there to Ryan. The captain takes the mark at centre half back. Kicks looking for Poland. He's 1-on-1 with Van Riet. Van Riet able to reach over the back and spoil nicely. Bridie now tackled there, beautifully done by Van Riet. Good follow-up effort by Van Riet. Got the punch, the spoil, and then followed up with the defensive tackle.
Tough opponent, Van Riet.
He's 19 minutes gone, 41-point lead to Deer Park. Greenhoff clearly to Van Riet, hacks it forward, but the mark's taken by Palmer. He looks into the middle, but it's a poor kick, chopped off by Al Hooley. He now pumps it long inside 50, look in the Favola direction. Ferrari flew, dropped what he should have taken, then drags Favola to the ground. Unlucky to get the free kick there, Fev. But Ferrari swoops on it now, picked it up beautifully to one hand. Great clearing kick to half back as the Warriors attack, but then another poor kick, and Ewer chops it off at centre half back.
Well, Poland had Bridie in plenty of space, and he pulled the kick, and it's got into the hands now of Ewer. Just stalls things at centre half back for the Lions. 41 points their lead as we tick towards time on. Kick had a little bit too much on it there for Bloomfield, and it's marked, and it's going to come back towards half forward now for the Warriors. Poland pumps it in towards the forward pocket, but had a little bit too much on it for Fletcher. It was punched away from him, out of bounds. The intersection between the 50-metre arc and the boundary line, left half forward. 20 and a bit minutes gone. Final term. Up they go. Falls to the foot of the pack. No one really able to get their hands on it. Diving in there. Umpire lets them play on. Van Riet's in there. And now he's going to ball it up.
He's been sensational today, Rodney Van Riet.
Certainly has. Up they go. Oh, tackled straight away. Oh, but finding some space there was Poland. Now the kick comes forward, and now in a bit of space. Could have played on there. Could Mead, but he did not. He's going to have a set shot. Hasn't really been very potent in front of goal today, despite many chances. He wheels onto his right, gets a bit of a run up, and tugs it left again. This time he registers a behind. 7:10.52, Hoppers Crossing, 14:8.92, Deer Park, 40 points the difference. As Kennedy looks to bring it in. Thumping kick towards the wing, couldn't quite find an opponent. Al Hooley follows up, now with the tackle. Hoppers Crossing, sweeping hand pass out to Palmer. Gathers but lost it. Great pressure there by Dylan Kane. They still might be able to work it forward. Dancing around is Palmer. Bridie was there. Al Hooley mopped up well. And now to Amarandidis. They find it a bit of way through a string of hand passes. Max Bruin, the long kick forward. Ferrari juggling mark against Favola. And he denies the superstar forward his 10th. Well, an attempt at least at his 10th goal. And now quickly out the outer side. Poland gathers and just wheels onto his right foot. Beautiful, beautiful pass. Spots up Kitchen. Called his name plenty of times today. He's worked very hard for the Warriors. Pumps it into the forward pocket. Bright, he finds some space, but floating back beautifully was Kennedy, and he's able to take the mark. Not much really working for the Warriors at the moment. They've had plenty of the footy, but again, not able to find any meaningful avenues to goal.
They're going to be a headache for them all year. Hoppers, if they can't produce a couple of key forwards very soon. We know their defence well, and they work a lot on this defence, but
strong mark from Al Hooley.
Clears to Al Hooley. Took a good contested mark there in front of Muscat. And he's slowing it right down. And he goes back to where the ball came from. And Kennedy takes the mark. There he goes, switches out the other side to Van Riet, who handballs inboard to Crawford. Back to Van Riet, who kept on running as he dashes down the wing. Van Riet looking long, looking for Favola, but Ferrari again works in front and a beautiful mark. He's done well today, Ferrari, even though he's had the 9 kicked on him.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's a good switch there. Watt with the mark. Now the chip ball down the line to Smith, who's marked that right half forward just in front of the Caravan. Now he's got to go back. No options forward as the Warriors trying to find a way through this very, very good Deer Park defence. So ball in the middle of the ground, little chipping ball, finds Muscat, handballs out wide to the captain in Ryan. He chips over the top to Smith. Smith plays on now, looks inside 50 from Mead. But a bit of a miscommunication there between Jordan Mead there and David Barberi. Bit of a little chat between the two, Tomsy, there.
Yeah, yes. I don't think Mead was all that impressed with that one, but delivery once again very poor coming in. Yeah,
throw in now. Ryan with his head over the ball knocks it forward. It's a pack forming. Big pack. Rhett King slung, but we'll get a ball up just on the attacking 50 here for the Hoppers Crossing.
Balled up now. Clear tap out wide to the advantage of the Lions. Kick tried to be scrimmage for, but it comes out now towards Bullen, who gets a little shimmy forward, but now Hoppers Crossing can kick it inside 50 anyway. Floating back in the pack was the defender, but now Poland follows up, gives it off to Smith. He was met in a heavy tackle, and now out the back Bruin sweeps a hand pass across to McKenzie, finds his way through at least, now gives it off to Williams, back towards Bruin again, who finds his teammate, not quite, it was spoiled at the last minute, and now Hoppers Crossing, who is still working hard, try to work it inside. Bridie offers a bit of space at a centre half forward, gets a hand pass over the top. Palmer, kick into the forward pocket, out in front. Looking again for Mead, but 2 against him. Never going to win that one, especially with Al Hooley, one of them, and he finds some space and gets a kick towards the middle of the ground. Wasn't his best effort, and that's going to come right back in over his head again. Taking a bounce there is Palmer. Short pass, maybe could have gone for goal himself. And the Lions will be able to clear it out through Bullen. Little fumble. Manages to get around about 4 defenders. Kick out wide. Bloomfield's there. Long kick. Favola 1 out. Can he take the mark again? Couldn't quite gather it 1 off. But Aramandidis pounces on the footy, but it's a free kick to Favola anyway.
Yep.
And you'd call point blank rage for Favola's standards, I think.
Yes, you're right.
About 15 out right in front. You wouldn't bet against him from here to kick his 10th.
Definitely Ferrari had a big handful of the jumper there. And I think you're spot on, Pep. You do not miss this one, miss these goals. You're Brendan Favola. Put it down before he's even kicked it. There you go.
We don't want to give him the commentator's curse, though. Favola from right in front for goal number 10. He nails it.
Beautiful.
No mistake. 10 goals for Brendan Favola. A brilliant debut for Deer Park. And the margin is out to 46 points. 15-8-98 to 7-10-52. We've gone 26 and a half minutes. We wouldn't be far off a final siren here.
That was set up again by this very strong defence of the Deer Park machine. They the 3 across this halfback, especially that last line of defence here in Kennedy, Van Riet and Al Hurley, they were brilliant.
9 goals to 2 in the second half. Dominant from Deer Park. Greenhoff got the tap, but the kick went forward for Hopper's crossing, but floating in from the side was Crawford. He took a strong mark.
Crawford goes out wide looking for Greenhoff, who marks uncontested. Works his way on his right boot, goes along down the line looking for Foley. Was well spoilt. Armstrong Weston follows up nicely with a handball inboard to Muscat with another handball out wide. And there's the siren. A big win here for Deer Park. 15-8, 98 to 7-10, 52. That's a 46-point margin as they celebrate the 2015 Premiership flag unfurling. Fev, in his first game, is finished with 10.